Welcome back. This is live. Nilikwambia leo tunapiga marathon venye Everton wanapiga Man U. This is Sports Extravaganza. My name is Tony Kolala. It's nice having you. Remember, you just had Frisbee, the team force from Chui, Kemri. Walikuwa hapa to share that beautiful story about Frisbee. Mimi sikuwa najua Frisbee ni nini na niko kwa sports. But now you know, you and I are educated. Sasa hiyo ni sport ingine unaweza fanya. Wale ambao tunapenda kubeba sahani, it's a disc ya kubeba chakula unainua. Now we are shifting gears. We are getting into matters about golf. Unajua sasa penye tuko hapa hivi, I can actually hear golfers teeing off and feeling very bad when they're making birdies and feeling very good when they're making bogeys. And then may reverse evil. But of course, currently, as you know, is the third round of the magical Kenya Open Golf Championship that is currently happening at Muthaiga Golf Club, which is just a stone's throw distance away from where I am standing right now. I'm supposed to be there, but I am here. However, I have a very good friend of mine who is a senior manager in communications at the Coca-Cola Kenya, ambaye he's a golf enthusiast, an ardent fan of golf. My very good friend Victor, Paul Olo Victor, hiyo jina yako, sema tu venye unaisemanga tu. Victor Paul Olo.
Ukiniita hivyo inamaanisha tulienda primary pamoja. Lakini kama tunafanya kazi ni Paul Victor Olo.
Paul Victor Olo is a senior manager communications at the Coca-Cola Kenya company. They're part of the entire team that is making that beautiful tournament be what it is, the 56th edition of the magical Kenya Open. Karibu sana Bwana Olo. Thank you for making time. I know he is just from the coast. So ukiona akona kiatu ya vumbi usimlaumu. Ukiona nywele imejaa matawi ya mapera huko, ujua alikuwa ametoka tu kutembea na mapro huko ndani. Karibu sana. Tell us something about what you're from seeing. I know it's very unfortunate that some of our professional golfers didn't make it. But what have you picked from today? Huko golf kuna kaje, but the sun is out. But how is the action on the course? I'm sure these professionals are hitting it kugonga.
Yeah, I mean, first, thank you, Tony, for
Karibu sana, make this your home. Yes.
But in short,
yes.
MKO, Magical Kenya Open,
yes,
is always a very exciting time for us as a country.
Yes.
It's a global sporting event.
Yes.
And if, to your question,
yes,
there's a lot going on down there. As you said, the previous years we had Akina Kibungu and the rest representing us.
Yes.
But let me put it this way. For those who love golf, make sure you make your way to Muthaiga. There's a lot of activities. The players are actually doing a pretty good job. I won't really go into the details.
No.
I don't know what
those are my details. Don't worry. If you go in the details, I'll feel very threatened. Utachukua kazi yangu.
Yeah. But it's looking really, really good. I've just come back from there, as you said. And
yes.
Yeah. Both on the fan side and on the course, yeah, you should be there.
And of course, what Bwana Olo is not telling you is that there is a very lovely village, a wonderful village at the magical Kenya Open at Muthaiga Golf Club. That village is for some of you who perhaps don't have the love for sport in the golf. But of course, the village has everything there. They call it the 19th. Sisi golfers. Personally, I'm a golfer. So when you hear the 19th is after you finished golf, what you do after golf. Now, the village at the magical Kenya Open is where things are. And of course, that's where my good friend Olo comes in. How is the village? Let me just bring in, because it's not about just playing on the course, but it's also about what happens behind the course.
Yeah, I mean, the village, traditionally the village is where all the the fans who come to enjoy golf,
yes,
go and connect with one another, go and
yes,
have,
yes,
experience different things. There are different brands there.
Yes.
Personally, if I were to tell you, when I walked into the village,
yes,
the amount of different products and everything that is there, the colorful nature of the whole thing is an amazing sight to see. You see, the one thing about MKO that drew, for example, the company I work for, yes, to it is, yes, the fact that it creates very meaningful connections, yes, for those who love sports and those who love such events.
Yes.
If you walk into the village today, whether you are in any of those, I won't mention them, but whether you walk into any of those hospitality tents, yes, or whatever, yes, there's an activity going on, there's different things to sample, there's things you can buy, and it's all in the true spirit of owning our heritage.
Yes.
In terms of sports,
yes, and
making sure that everyone who's actually attending MKO gets to experience that. I don't know why you're here. You should be there.
It's my salary that keeps me. But my director, Scholar, I know you have the Magical Kenya Open videos. I would like to see them. Kama uko na hizo video, tafadhali. Tafadhali ziweke. I'm requesting for those Magical Kenya videos. Ziko tu hapo tu mnaangalia. But of course, the reason why I'm also just bringing my good friend Olo is also because I know Coca-Cola, Kenny have been there for a while. I remember that my first ever tournament at Muthaiga Golf Club was around in 2012 or about in 2013. I remember one of the companies that was there. I remember I have a very iconic picture, Bwana Olo, whereby Keringet was there, and they have always been there sponsoring this particular tournament. And the reason why I'm saying this is because I have won several events that have been sponsored by your company. And that means you've been in this competition. You're not even there in 2012. I'm sure you've been there even way before. Yeah. And just before you speak, Bwana Olo, Escola, I would like to engage the guest. Yes, there is a picture. Thank you, there are the pictures. Okay. Yes, Bwana Olo, yes, I had to bring those particular images for the Magical Kenya. This is hall number 1, of course. And these are some of the pictures. These are recorded earlier on. Najua rafiki yangu Leonard ako kwa hii studio anaangalia nasikia vizuri sana. It's feeling very nice. But yeah. What is the significance of your company really supporting? Why golf?
Yeah, I mean, we are all about creating moments of happiness, yes, as a company. And Keringet being a local jewel in that it's bottled at source here in Molo. It's, it's a water brand that has worked with, for example, Magical Kenya, yes, throughout the years, as you've said. Yes. So it only makes sense that in terms of what we say, which is owning your richness and owning this heritage, for us to, pair ourselves with such a global iconic event, but also be a part of history in being able to ensure that we are part of, the Magical Kenya Open and the experiences that are created there. Not only are we supporting the sports bit of it, yes, but the consumer bit, which is, the village, as you mentioned earlier, yes, and creating magical moments for people to come, connect, enjoy the moment, but also, yes, hydrate while they're doing it, sipping, a cold bottle of Keringet while they're at it.
If you're joining us, I have Paul Victor Olo, who is the Senior Manager Communications at the Coca-Cola company. And the reason why we have him here is because I just managed to sneak him out of Muthaiga Golf Club. He was almost getting into the thick of things in terms of the hole number 19, but I managed to get him here before he gets into the gist of that. And also, Magical Kenya Open is very special to you. And you've been there all these years. What is your future with the Magical Kenya Open?
I think speaking from what we work to do, which is, yes, to create these magical moments. Yes. I think this is a relationship that will continue. We are looking at seeing what the result of this is going to be and how excited Kenyans are going to be about golf and the fact that we have this global icon here. And I believe we're still going to be a long-term partner to not just Magical Kenya Open, but other experiences that bring this type of feeling to our consumers, to everyone in Kenya, to sports lovers like yourself, to golfers. I would like to tell you that I just started learning, to actually take myself to your level, to golf as well. So I'm hoping maybe in the next edition of MKO, you never know, me and you might line up to try and make it as some of the players that might represent the country. So you never know. I am looking forward to that. Remember, I'm handicap 16. Hey, you don't say. So if you dare try and go, early tee off or late tee off, just be sure your money is out of the line. Beba pesa. But of course, just as we wind up on this, who is your most outstanding player? Of course, I know you know some of them. We had the likes of, we had a very... we have had a very tumultuous or very dangerous time of golf. I'm feeling very bad as a golfer because no one made the cut. But we had the players like Riz Charania, we had Michael Karanga, we had Njoroge Kibugu, Mutai Kibugu. Yeah. We've had Greg Snow, Adel Balala, Joel Nejirma, Samuel Njoroge, Simon Jogu, you name them. I'm sure some of the lessons who was your outstanding player, and maybe the lessons that you think maybe they need to hear that you've seen that you need to tell them so they can prepare for 2026. To be very honest, I think, was it 2022 or 2023 when Kimugu actually was the light that was shining for us. Yes. But I think the two brothers show promise when it comes to golf. Yes. And for me, they are the example I would want to give in terms of investing in the sport and investing in, the future of golf in Kenya. So I mean, I appreciate everybody else, but I think the two of them, the two brothers, the Kibungu brothers, are just a good example for me in terms of where we need to go. It's sad that no one made the cut this time, but I'm hoping that with the right investment, with the right stakeholders and everybody else coming on board, yeah, it might make it easier for us to ensure that the next edition of this fantastic tournament has Kenyans up there who are representing on the course.
I know one of these days you might pick me up as your brand ambassador as I'm playing golf, so you can train me and invest in me and make me one of the top golfers. But of course, we leave it for that to the professionals. I'm sure with time, of course, I'm sure you'll make those kind of inroads, or at least because I know our professionals normally say, oh, sponsors didn't come up. But my friend golfers, I'm speaking on your behalf. You see, I have the people who sign your checks. I'm putting them in the hot seat, wakuje or sponsor. But of course, that has been the case that are requesting about they need the sponsorship. I know those are teething problems we learn along the way as we move on. So the 19th, this evening, of course, before I let you, Bwana Victor, Bwana Olo, maybe what should people expect this evening from your company as well as tomorrow? Tomorrow is the grand finale. Remember, the winner is walking away with a cool 60 million Kenya shillings. And that is just part of the prize kitty, which is 320 million Kenya shillings. Na hiyo pesa pia ilitoka kwa mifuko yao angwana.
No, I mean, to everyone out there, if you've still not made yourself made it out to Muthaiga, please do. There's exciting activities, come experience the Keringet activations that are there, Schweppes, and all the other brands that are there. Yes. There's amazing entertainment that's going to be there this evening and tomorrow as well. And of course, I think tomorrow is going to be interesting for those who actually love the sport. Come and try and see who's going to take home the coveted prize this time. So yeah, come down to Magical Kenya Open and get to experience it. The village is filling up. As I was leaving, the number of people who are coming in, I was actually very shocked. So it's going to be an amazing, amazing time.
Paul, Victor Olo, the Senior Manager Communications at Coca-Cola Kenya Company, one of the supporters and financiers and the ones who made it actually the magical. It's magical because of such companies that come together. It's a host of many other companies, but of course they have been there for a while and for a long time. Personally, I can give testimony on their behalf because I have seen their brand and their companies stand with golf for a very long time. I'm talking about 2011, 2012. Till now, I'm still playing golf. It's just that I just didn't get Coca-Cola early enough to sponsor me. Thank you so much. And of course, and to the entire team, of course, at the village. Thank you so much, Wanjiru. Thank you, Leonard. Thank you to the entire team that was able to sneak Victor out of that particular village. Asanteni sana. But for now, we are taking a very, very, very short break, but it's not even a break. I will leave you with also one of the football enthusiasts from Dandora who we've managed to speak to, who are very angry that a team like Manchester United are being clobbered left, right, center by small teams. By that team yako ni gani by the before wende?
I was almost making
I know you were almost making
I was almost making the mistake of wearing a Manchester United jersey to your studio. So the gods helped me.
But you are lucky in the 82nd minute, Manchester United are now 2-2.
Oh, wow.
They pulled 2 goals back.
Wow.
So they are level so far right now as we speak. Bye.